Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.
Yeah, welcome back, man. It's your boy Wit Todd, man. Welcome back. Listen, we about to have another great show, and we've been talking about this for quite a few weeks actually. And I got my boy Mel in the building. I got my boy Miles on the ones and twos, and we about to have a great show, man. So listen. T.I. versus 50 Cent. Now, before we even get started, what has been y'all favorite song?
That's kind of, I don't know. This whole beef thing is like, to me, sometimes I feel like it's unfair.
How's that?
His kids jumping on him. He got his kids jumping on him.
Well, he didn't make him do it. They talked about mama.
Yeah, he brought his mama in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have gotten grown. They wouldn't have gotten the grown folks' business if his mother wasn't. Their mother wasn't thrown in.
I believe his kids mind their business.
Definitely.
But to me, I feel like the best track I've heard is from Dumani. Dumani dropped the hardest track against 50.
Is it the first one or the second one? I heard the first one, which was dope as hell.
The second one is cool. It's just something for you to really just kind of. It sound like some Atlanta shit basically. It's good. It's good. It's just not as good as Miss Jackson. What I like about it is that he ain't try to replace Miss Jackson with this song. So it's cool though. It's a good diss track. But I like Miss Jackson better because Miss Jackson was personal. You know what I'm saying?
It sounded very personal.
Yeah, and he asked him some questions. Now, you got some podcasters say that it was a diet, meet the grams. I mean, I understand where he was going with it. I understand that Kendrick might have influenced him, but he still did something different. You can't just say he completely bit off of what Kendrick did when Kendrick was dissing Drake. He did his thing on Miss Jackson because he did something different to me. Okay. He got the format a little bit, but other than that, I think he did really good. I liked hearing T.I. However, T.I., he's already been battle tested. You know what I'm saying? So I've already heard him before. He's the reason why we don't hear from Lil Flip no more.
Oh, see, I never mind that whole project. I would never put T.I. against no other rapper from Atlanta, but maybe Ludacris. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
they weren't even battle worthy.
Who was it?
None of them.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Flip had the problem with him saying he was the king of the South. Yeah. That's how it all started. So T.I. went crazy on
it. And I don't think T.I. originally said it. I think somebody had said it in the article.
Oh, somebody else
in the source article. But then he just ran with it. Because, they let me be the king of the South. I get it, but he wasn't saying... I never took him being serious by saying he was a king of the South.
The crazy thing about that statement is that T.I. already talked to the greats that came before him.
Right.
He talked to Andre 3000. He talked to Big Boy. Yeah. He talked to Scarface. None of them had a problem with it.
No.
So
Scarface actually said, "Man, claim your shit."
He said, "I don't want to be no king.
I don't want to." Right.
So I don't see why any. Well, I kind of knew that it was gonna cause controversy though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody can't. Everybody can't just like. I don't think you could just jump in. It's the same thing as Kendrick saying, "He the king of both coasts." You know what I'm saying? Like, I think just like some people gonna have their problems. And obviously, Nas didn't jump out there. Jay didn't jump out there. People you thought would have a problem with it didn't jump out there with Kendrick. But people like Joe Budden or Fabulous and all these other people, they had Papoose. They took issue with that.
Because
so they didn't.
And they weren't from the South.
No. But he's talking about Kendrick's control verse, talking about he's saying he the king of the East and West Coast. That's what he's talking about. Okay. The guys that jumped out there are the guys that really didn't leave a real footprint in the rap game like that. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't the king.
Like they were great lyricists, but they didn't make an impact like a Jay or a Nas.
Well, again, people who say those type of things, like Papoose, I see why he might be upset, or Joe Budden might be upset, because they're getting their their verbiage or they getting their context from their fans
Right.
and from people who love them. When you dealing with somebody like Jay or Nas, you dealing with a whole machine behind you, and your mind is being made up through promotions and marketing. And then when if you getting pushed by promotion and marketing, and your budget $24 million
Right.
for a project, and you barely got 150,000 to promote. Shout out to Charlie Wilson. But when you have a machine behind you and people still come out to see you, you do have a lot of validity to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Mel, what song did you like the best out of the whole battle? Or not even really a battle, just the shots that was made.
I like the Monties, of course. The Monties is thoughtful, insightful. I think he went about it just thinking about like really like just trying to dissect, like trying to figure out what's going on with 50. Like 50's like looking like a crash out. He's
Yeah.
looking kind of crazy right now. Like you're taking shots at everybody. It seems like you're uber emotional about something and something's going on with you. And I think the Monty's approach is like, bro, what's really going on? Like, let's peel back the layers. Like, is this
Yeah.
about a versus
Facts.
or this is about you like being overly emotional about whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's why I like the Monty's the most. If I would have to pick it from a battle standpoint, Ti the right one.
Ti definitely had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the right one. That first one is yeah, you got the right one. You playing with the wrong one. I'm telling you, I'm not to be trifled with. Like so, I
But I
like
would,
that one better as a battle track, but as a thoughtful piece, an artistic piece, the
mhm.
Monty's of course.
Yeah. I agree.
Damani's win it hands down to
Yeah.
me. I mean, bottom line is because he used words that he said, "Do you think your mother would even appreciate this song?" Like, no, I'm not doing this for her. I'm doing this so this song could teach her son like
Exactly.
how it is not to play with people. You know what I mean? I fell in love when I first heard it.
I don't think. Well, I knew 50 was gonna. I knew he was gonna respond in a very minute way, and his response to me was garbage because what he did was it was smart, but it was garbage. He used the new theme song to the next, power, and then took his little jab in there, which made sense but didn't make sense. Atlanta has nothing to do with power. Power is based in New York,
Right.
so. But that song is going to get played every week. Yeah. So you're marketing a shot that you took. Yeah. So I get it, but I wouldn't have done it.
It's senseless to me because what he doing, I think this was more of a power structure move.
Yeah.
Because he just wants to show, look, I got this going.
Yeah.
You don't even want to, don't start with me, boy. You know what I mean? I mean, literally.
Yeah.
And boys, however you want to put it, but she's just showing how much strength he could pull off of network television.
And that's fine, but if you gonna do that, just my thing with 50 is this. First of all, you 50. You got a lot of money. You run in the film industry basically to some degree. Why keep trolling people? This is how you got in the game.
But he wasn't petty enough for me. I would have had a whole skit act like all three of them at the beginning of the
now if you gonna do it right. I'm with you on that.
Y'all would show my whole full power. Had a whole skit called "Man, Beat Them Damn Kids" or whatever, right?
Yeah.
When it came on, I would have terrorized Ti if that's the case.
Yeah.
Mentally, and just obliterated how you might think you could come at me.
Yeah.
I'm super
I
petty.
think this was 50's attempt at trying to show everybody like, listen, I'm really on a different level.
Yeah.
I'm taking this to network television. This is gonna, like you said, it's gonna be played for every Saturday once this comes out, and for future reference, we still know the first Power theme song by heart. So if this is one of those songs, and then you got Leon Thomas on there,
who's probably the most hottest. He's the hottest R&B artist out right now, bro.
And when it first come on, you hear it. It's like, oh my God, it grabs you. It's like it's a good song, and then to hear that tacked on to the end of it, like that little jab, it kind of like it seems out of place, but it's kind of like, okay, this is a smart marketing tool, and it's a way for me to take a shot at y'all to show y'all like y'all really not on my level. I'm way above y'all. But if that was the case, I think he could have did that. He could have just said that to Ti from the beginning, like, bro, I feel like I'm above you. I feel like I'm above the verses, and
Yep.
I'm not gonna do it. So instead of doing all this extra trolling stuff, that seems to be like a crash out move for real to me. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like
This beef, the
it
crazy
just
thing is,
feels
this beef had been brewing since 04, 05. You know, T.I. since squashed, beef with Ludacris and Young Buck and the album on that, the song Stump, which also, let me
okay.
just say this, Cashville is the best album that ever came off of G Unit. Ever. He made the best album that ever
Who?
came.
Welcome to
Young
Cashville.
Buck.
Young Buck, yes.
Young Buck made the
Welcome to
best album.
Cashville.
Yeah, Welcome to Cashville. Thank you. Best album off of the whole G Unit label.
I agree.
But ever since then, he had squashed the beef, and ever since Ti did that Crime Stoppers video, 50 had trolled him. 50 trolled. He trolled Ti after that.
Okay, see, I don't know what Crime Stopper.
Okay, so to stay out of prison, Ti had to do a Crime Stoppers video.
Oh yeah.
So of course he did it. He like, okay, do this Crime Stoppers video, or
Do your 2 years.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do longer than
Yeah.
that. So of course he did what anybody with some sense would do, especially if they got money to get to, in my opinion. So ever since then,
Same thing
50,
Young Thug just did at the courthouse.
you
When he
said
did the
what?
performance in front of the court. I said same thing Young Thug just did with the performance in front of the courthouse that he just did.
See, and
I mean, some things you just got to do to stay out of jail. You know what I'm saying? You got to do
Yeah.
what you
And
got to
certain
do.
things you should
Everybody
do not
know
to go
who
to jail.
Thug is.
that
Yeah,
that's the
everybody,
one right there.
everybody know who Thug is, and everybody know who Tip is. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. They tell you to go pick up trash on the side of the highway. You got to go pick up trash on the side of the highway. It's just what you got to do.
Yeah.
And people
Trash
who
on
are
the
in the
highway.
Yeah. So since then, I think it had been a thing. So like I want to say July 2020. That's when 50 got challenged by Ti. He got challenged by Ti to do a versus. 50 declined.
Right.
And basically called him a snitch. But Ti had a lot of Atlanta versus New York energy.
Yeah,
Which I know
still.
which stemmed from, back in the day, New York was trying to like play everybody else that was
Yeah.
from the South. That's when Andre Three Stacks went up on stage and said the South got something to say. So
And they did for a while.
They did, absolutely. And I think he ran with that energy.
Yeah.
Because he, for the longest, New York was trying to play Atlanta, but
Hell
after
yeah.
a while, I don't think they still had that going on, because at some point New York artists started to sound like Atlanta artists.
Yeah.
So-
I see how you can say that.
Yeah, so
and 50 included.
yeah, 50 even tried it, but he did.
50 had that
Zip
southern.
it on the highway, do it. Yeah.
Yeah, he had that southern draw to him a little bit.
Yeah, he tried it. He definitely tried it, but it had always been like a little back and forth ever since that moment.
Yeah.
And ever since then, Ti he got questioned about 50 and doing the verses, and that's how the whole thing reignited, really. So then you hear the song. Well, first a picture of Tiny get posted, then the songs got started, and it kind of went from there. But I don't think it needed to go this far, seeing as though 50's not rapping no more.
But here's the thing. This is what I'm learning. There's gonna be a Power South come out, and it's gonna be featuring T.I.
So you think? See, somebody else had that in mind.
It's a ploy to bring the South into the Power universe. And I tell people this, like, and I'm not saying I'm correct, 100% correct. Marketing wise, I think there's not enough people talking about Power in the South, because it don't show nothing that they familiar with, nothing that they really heard about.
Not speaking their lingo,
Right.
nothing.
And so they're always going with the highest volume of people in their local area. If people pay attention, that's why they took it to Chicago.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I think they did kind of. I think remember the lady cop in the first Power when 50 ran, he got shot or whatever happened. He got burnt up and he went down south
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the lady cop. I
The
think
lady
they
cop.
were in Atlanta. I'm not sure what. I think don't quote me, but I think they were in Atlanta. They was down south somewhere.
And I think that the
So-
direction didn't pull in the beginning. and so they took it to Chicago. High volume groups of people.
Yeah.
A lot of gang violence. You know what I mean? Activity. But I think 50 Cent does have a form of a heart to where he didn't even advocate the violence that's in Chicago like he could have.
No, he didn't.
You feel me? So I think they definitely gonna take it somewhere in the South, Southern hospitality, the women. I think they're about to take it there, and I think the whole thing is they're gonna ask, hey, when we meet up, let's meet up, and then it's gonna go, and it's gonna be a premiere of Power in the South.
Yeah,
featuring.
That would be crazy because you don't have to do all this. All this don't have to happen. To
yes, it does. No, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I don't
yes,
gotta
it
put,
does. His
King
son
has 50 Cent's mama's face on a weed pack. Like this don't have to be.
But you gotta think though, bro. 50. You don't think 50 is over that? She died.
I think
she died when he was young.
It don't matter. No, the death of a mother is different. What I'm saying is, they didn't take it there. Take it there. Even King did not take it there. Take it there. It wasn't really. Now, if he would have pissed on his mother's grave.
Okay, that's taking it there.
Yeah.
Smoking your mama is the same thing.
But yes,
smoking your mama is kind of the same thing. Like
those are
that's what started a lot of New York and Chicago.
And 50 probably the ones that, hey man, why don't you go ahead and get that done, man?
Yeah, you might be right though, Miles, because it ain't no telling what's going on behind the scenes.
We
bro.
got too much money to be beefing about like that, something like this. And 50 Cent is grown enough to realize, like, man, this is childish, and he won't really. But for the hype, I'm looking at the premiere when they come on and say, "Meet me here," and then he'll look up at the marquee Power South.
It was crazy that T.I. like in 2021, T.I. went to the BMF premiere and took that opportunity to call out 50 again. To a versus.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it gotta be something coming.
And I don't even think so this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're saying the hell with the verses because it's no longer in black hands.
That's true.
That's one.
Yeah.
So let's take it.
Because Thriller took over.
Let's take it to the screen.
Yeah.
You feel me? And have his son, the oldest one, be the one that, them boys drop the bag on.
You know what? I don't know. I see King being in something that, because he's more entertaining to me than Damani.
No, that's just his natural.
Right.
You don't want natural when you're on that when you record. When you record.
Okay.
You need people that's coachable. You need people. And Damani, he's one of those smooth looking kids who can pass. He can be very passive aggressive, but he can be very aggressive too.
Yeah.
He could hold his own.
Yeah.
King would not be believable as a bully.
Especially with them teeth. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I understand.
What about Messiah? Messiah acted in the Trap, the movie.
I don't know. Messiah too much of a pretty boy to me. Messiah too much like he's too much.
He might get typecast.
Yeah, he definitely get typecast.
Yeah,
Damani is open. There's so much you can do. Like he look like he could be in college.
He could be a nerd. Yeah, he could be a nerd. He could be a gangster. Yeah, he can go a different direction.
I would bring back him as the old boy that was in The Wire.
Which one?
The Muslim brother. What's the brother name? It's on the tip of my tongue. The one everybody was afraid of when they said his name. He had more bodies on him than the cemetery. Prophet Joe said, "Now you want to go against that boy if you want to." Yeah, but you want to come back home.
Wait, you ain't talking about my mans that was walking around with the shotty, are you?
The one who Omar popped and left him on the floor and called the police. The Muslim.
I'm trying to think who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember his name.
Brother Muzon or something like that.
Yeah, Brother Muzon.
Okay.
Yeah, Brother Muzon. Now, if they played Damani like that, like he be treacherous. I don't know. I think it's coming. I think it's gonna be the rivalry. I think people like him. I think 50, Jay, Nas, and all of them about to show them they growing upness. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they're gonna be on the same stage real soon.
Yeah,
I hope that happens. Me personally, I would love to see us kind of like elevate when it comes from a marketing standpoint. It don't have to look like we're killing each other or bashing each other in order for us to make $1. We have to definitely kind of rise above that type of marketing because they
Yeah,
just look at it like they're
like
gonna
some
look at
people
it like,
some
man,
people look at this as entertaining, and some people look at it like it's just black
like
men
this
tearing
is
each other down. So
it's some
I
nigga stuff.
yeah, exactly. And I just
Yeah,
it's a different way to go about it, man. You could team up
yeah,
with
you could
somebody and not
definitely
do
do
all of
something.
this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You could have worked
and
on a
that's
documentary with T.I. and like you
yeah.
did with Big Meech before y'all
We
got into it
gotta.
off of a picture. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
better way to flex your
Facts.
muscles in the flex your muscle in an industry that don't believe that black people should be at that type of level. And it's a better way to show them like, listen, we could all come together and make this money and start our own. Like we have to be able to show that we could make
Bro,
our own. We
bro,
don't need y'all really.
I've seen 50 Cent on the stage with Puff, with Jay-Z. These are people that he spent the
With
majority of his
Ti, he was
career.
on there with Ti.
T.I. These are people that he's talked about for the majority of his career. Just made a doc about Puff. He's again, they was on the stage hugging each other. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't understand that way of trying to get money. If y'all
And to
already
be
got money,
honest,
if y'all already got money, why not just put y'all money together and make something happen?
to
It's
be honest, Ti is kind of like the 50 J and Nas of the South. Like if you look at Ti, like who else is out there that's like got mogul energy besides Ti, like from Atlanta, like mogul
from
energy.
Atlanta, nobody.
Nobody.
From
It's
my, from
hard. It's hard to
Flo-
find somebody.
from Florida, Rick
Well,
You might
Ross.
find Rick
Jermaine Dupri.
Ross,
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go, Jermaine
Jermaine
Dupri.
Dupri.
But
and
unfortunately,
but even there, it's like you don't look at
Jermaine's Dupri look is what
yeah.
messes
You
him up
look
and
at
keeps him out of
JD like
the
nah,
conversation. You know, women
yeah.
don't talk about him.
That's
Women
why.
talk about Ti.
That's why I don't think that money is a thing. Didn't even do good.
Yeah, because of who Jay-Z did the song with.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think, yeah, I don't think JD. They don't look. People don't look at JD as a mogul because JD always did them kid acts. And he always like he blew the most when he did the crisscross. He did the Bow Wow.
Yeah, but
Even
Yeah.
though he worked with Usher, even then Usher was young.
he was just on
So
stage with them, so it looked like he groomed them. But he wasn't on
yeah,
stage with the ushers and
Yeah.
the
yeah,
songs that brought him money. You know what I mean? He wasn't
yeah,
on stage.
And
He
he,
was.
he worked with TLC too,
Yeah,
right?
hell yeah, it was
Yeah.
yeah, TLC.
TLC and the Brat. Don't forget,
Yeah.
he did a lot
Yeah,
of
but they were
people.
all kid acts. So
Right.
they don't
So
look at him like that mogul. T.I. has that mogul status, and that's why I say like y'all could come together and show y'all power and flex y'all muscles in better ways than like brewing up or stirring up a fake beef where y'all putting people's moms in it and people's wives in it. That
I
it's
agree.
just tacky. If
I,
if
yeah.
that's the angle, I think it's tacky and it could have been done way better. I hope
Those,
that's not the angle. I'd rather them just be mad at each other over some other stuff than that be the
I
angle.
think the ploy. I think the ploy is the minute if I would have heard somebody got hurt or something like that, I would have believed like this is some bullshit beef.
Right.
But it has not boiled down to a beef because Ti is the type of person who would send some people through there, and so because even Damani said it, and they said, "I hope you."
Yeah,
He
he
said
said it.
something. He said something like them people that probably breaking in your house right now.
Yeah.
Like I was like, "Oh, okay." Now if it get that serious, okay, yeah. But after a while, I started listening to it, and it's too much. It's too much talk. Nobody been interviewed yet. You know
No,
what
no,
I mean?
no. Ti has. I think I
They
sent it
got
to you.
interviews.
Yeah, no,
T-
he addressed it, but
T-
50 hasn't.
T.I.
Yeah,
got a
50.
couple.
He's not
About
going
50.
to. I don't think he's going to.
No,
He's
but
not
he
going
would.
to.
He would. That's what I'm saying. Think about his other beefs.
That's true.
He spoke out.
But he was on the come up at the time. 50 not on the come up no more.
Yeah.
He
We
is.
don't care.
And where?
And he is because you got to realize that everybody not happy about him and with the thing he doing in what's the name, Street Report, right?
Oh, Shreveport.
The Street Party, yeah, Streetport. So the South is not familiar with nobody from the East Coast coming down there.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know, like we got to look at. I look at the spectrum. I just don't look at the what's going on. I look at the spectrum. You know what I mean? So you think 50? I ain't saying he had to check in or nothing, but you looking at Master P,
Yeah.
Neighbors, Cash Money,
Yep.
Neighbors. You look at a lot of people that was not looking at what 50 probably looking at because 50 is a New Yorker. He
Right.
probably like, look, this whole city is cleaner than, you know what I mean? It's only 2 blocks in the city. In my city, it's clean.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Yeah, people could have ambushed him.
I get what you're saying.
Sabotage.
So now that you say that, though, now it's starting to kind of make even more sense as to what you believe is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because you're not the only person that said that.
Right.
But
I think it's going to be. I think he's going to get. I think he's going to give an interview, but it will be for the rollout for Power.
The new
It's
Power.
not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. He's not gonna just come sit down with Angela Yee or the Breakfast Club or Ebro. He's gonna wait until he has an opportune time. And T.I.'s promoting his album right now.
I'm telling you,
drop, I think in May.
I'm looking
Damani's
at
promoting his music. He just dropped a new EP. And of course,
Power.
King is dropping new music. So they're doing interviews, of course.
Yeah.
They're going to take advantage of the moment.
Damani just did an interview too. So, yep, you're right.
Yeah. So they're taking advantage of the moment. But 50, he's going to wait till Power comes around and he's going to do interviews.
The rapper lover of me, I love this because it shed some light on Damani. Wasn't nobody talking about Damani before this. And he been able to rap. Yeah. I've been heard him years ago on T.I.'s last album. That's when I found out he could rap. He made an album called The Libra. And he smoked him. He smoked his own dad on that song. Yeah. It was a great song.
I think that was purposefully done.
Yeah, absolutely. But when I heard that, I was like, okay, I would listen to him. I didn't know about the projects though that he already dropped since up until this beef happened.
I don't like his subtle voice. You know, when I would dub, and I don't care for that. I like when I first heard him. The aggressiveness that he had in his voice. Yeah. Once he started selling them damn candles, I was like, his subtlety came in his voice. But I'm being very honest with you. Will women like him? Yes. Will teenage girls like him? Yes. Yeah. He's a perfect shape to become whatever he needs to be later. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's definitely built for this for right now. But when he made a comment, he let everybody know Tiny not my mama. So it's not about her in a sense. Right. But it's about the fact that my daddy is married to her. Yeah. So you're gonna respect her.
Yeah, he respects her.
Right. And he let that be known. But I understand why someone like King went haywire.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to tell people, if y'all notice, they doing a lot of acting. Yeah. Of preparation. Yeah. I ain't just talking about with this beef. I'm talking about the skits that they have, the rollouts that they be having on their next videos. This is a lot of acting going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of something. Yeah. For sure. Lyrically, if 50 was to respond, like if this was like 0450, who do you think would have won this battle? Just between, take the kids out of it, just T.I. and 50.
50 wouldn't have won.
Yeah, you think 50 lyrically?
50 wouldn't have won.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't think I got T.I.
I definitely give it to T.I.
I got T.I. as well. I think the only reason why he got Ja Rule up out of here, to be honest with you, is because they had that stuff going on with the feds.
It's the storyline.
It's gonna be a lot of stuff. Like I tell people, when I start thinking about the stuff now, you bring stuff to my mind. It's gonna be a whole lot of things that probably come up. I mean, just imagine if Ja Rule, 50, T.I., Luda. Because listen, they putting the grandstand concert together. 26 is probably gonna be the battle of the bands. Mm-hmm. Just imagine the people I just named. Yeah. Right? Put along the stage with Nas, just people who have beef, do a concert tour together. It's gonna murder every area you can name with that Dr. Dre tour.
Yeah. That would kill everything. Ooh. I wonder, what would you call it though if you was in charge of it?
The beef is over, and redo the beef, like redo the bridge is over. Oh my God,
that would be hard, and Nas will have to come out with that though. Ooh. Nas will have to be on that.
Nas will definitely have to be the leader on that. But what I'm saying,
wait a minute, hold on, bro. You just made me think of something crazy. How nuts would it be? A song come out called "The Beef Is Over," and you got a song with Nas and Jay-Z talking about their perspective of the beef. Then everybody else just, oh my God, that would be crazy.
I'm telling you, like nobody don't even know, never even seen, ain't seen nobody because of course I seen it, but a lot of people didn't see the sit down with Nas and Jay.
Oh yeah, with Sway.
No. Was it Sway?
It was with Sway, bro, on MTV, dog. I was there. I would remember that.
This was like in like a Fox in the Fox theater setting.
It was with Sway.
Okay.
Because Sway was asking him questions.
Yeah. Well, I would say this: nobody really paid attention to that.
Nah.
But when Jay brought him out on that concert, I was like, it was a big setup. That was dope.
Yeah.
Everybody lost their mind.
He started playing. He played presidents to represent me. Yeah, they're presidents. Yeah.
Because that's the one he said, I made it a hot. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that was the song. But even with that being said, people after they get to a certain amount of money and they ain't scrabbling, like trying to hustle up bread, they be like, "Oh, this stuff is crazy." Dogface just explained the fact that you can't. When we say Detroit versus everybody, it ain't like we not beefing with each other.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna beef or talk about or dog my city people, and I'm right there, and I'm not gonna do nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I dig that. So, but yeah, I think if they come up with a concert where the beef is over and all that, it's gonna kill everything.
Yeah,
bro.
it is. It'll
murder everything that everybody ever thought about.
Yeah, but the unfortunate part about it is though, after T.I. and Luda squashed their beef, I didn't like their songs together. Not one of them. I liked maybe 2 songs that Jay and Nas did together.
Yeah, my favorite song. I'm sorry, I know this on subject. My favorite song that Jay did recently with somebody was Nipsey Hussle with Black Messiah.
Yeah, that was good. That was the dope song.
That was probably one of the dopest ones for me. But Luda and T.I. don't sound together. Their voices. T.I. is not as animated as Luda.
Right.
So it offsets their
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. They didn't mesh well. Like Nas and Hove, they mesh well, but it's different. It's because neither one of them are animated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Like Jay, he got the hustler mentality. Nas, before he was rapping, he was a stick-up kid. So they can work together.
Right. Totally agree.
Yeah, I do understand why T.I. and Luda didn't sound good together now.
Yeah.
Rick Ross and Jeezy, they sound good together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After they squashed their beef, I like their song. But everybody everybody just didn't have a good sound. But if they do that concert, dude, man, that'd be great. It'd be funny if it happened this year too, when we talking about it.
Right.
So yeah, I would love
26, 27 is gonna be the return to real music, far as what's going on in the industry, because it's by being the stage of AI. I think it's gonna be somebody somewhere, somebody sitting somewhere thinking of something that's going to make AI not relevant in this thing.
Yeah, you got to offset AI. Everybody's gonna have to
just heard
AI. You got to figure it out a way.
I just heard a dope song on YouTube that AI generated. Lloyd Banks made a diss to 50, and it sounds great, but it's AI. You know what I'm saying? But it was too close. It was too close to like sounding for real. Mm-hmm. But you got to really listen, because it's like, damn, is this really Lloyd Banks going in on 50? But why now? Why after all these years? So if you was outside,
because well, I'm not gonna lie, 50 been dogging Lloyd Banks the past.
I know
3 months,
but Lloyd Banks been chilling and still making good music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He not living up to that narrative that 50 put out about him being lazy. Yeah. He's probably one of the most consistent New York rappers besides Dave East.
But he has to.
Yeah.
So just imagine when you don't have to though.
I get that.
You could be lazy all you want to. You be lazy and you could see it. And 50 was probably telling the truth then. But now it's when you don't have, when you just think, how much pressure can you really be on when the leader of your crew did 13 million? You got a lot of pressure, bro.
Yeah.
And the pressure that 50 and them was probably putting on him, he wasn't ready for.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of hard. I forgot who said it, but it's kind of hard to be the front man and the guy that you really like. You know what I'm saying? That the guy that's your boy, he's on top of the game.
You talking about M and D12?
No, not M and D12. I'm talking about Lloyd Banks and 50.
Yeah.
And then 50's homeboy, he at the top.
But that's what I like what 50 said. 50 said, "Can you name me all the members of D12?" No. Can you name me all the members of Saint Lunatics?
No.
You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
messed up too, because Murphy Lee was actually really dope.
Murphy Lee
was better
Super
than all of them niggas.
Yes, he was.
Super dope.
But the problem is, again, it's two things that really killed people like in their groups: the weed culture, right,
Ego.
and the fashion culture.
Mm-hmm.
Murphy Lee can't look too good in too many clothes. He could just be fly. You feel me?
Right.
Nobody in D12 really can be fly. You looking at the weed culture, everybody smoke weed. 50 didn't smoke weed.
Nope.
Nelly didn't smoke weed.
Nope.
M ain't smoke weed that you can see. You feel me? So when you start looking at those people, these people didn't fall in that category, but the rest of the lunatics D12 fell in that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of
I get it.
dibby. Yeah, when I say dibby, I mean like 6, 7 type of deal.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
take it or you can leave it. But the truth is, if you ever get a chance, like 50 would have never pushed effing vodka back then.
Nah, I mean 50 don't even drink. That's what people don't even
Well,
realize.
he drinks sometimes.
He don't drink like he's
Not a social drinker.
Yeah,
True.
He'll take a shot just because he on Drink Champs or something.
There you go.
That's it.
But that's my point. The people who we just named, including like a Jay-Z, these guys, when Jay-Z told me, I take an L to this, maybe I smoke a joint to this. That was you never seen him in public. You never seen him in public eye.
Right.
People this is how people can actually pick out the leader. That's how I pick out the leader of the Griot network. When I said, "Oh, you must be the boss."
Mm-hmm.
She said, "No, Mr. Byron. Mr. Byron is the boss." I said, "You must be second in command." So as the day went, she came and said, "How did you know?" I said, "Well, everybody coming up to you, and you're not even really whispering. You just look them in the eyes like, well, you know what you have to do," saying things like that. And she was dressed normal.
Mm.
So when you start looking at the people I just named,
Right.
they dress normal. They didn't get caught up in the fashion culture, and they didn't get caught up in the weed culture. Those are the two most dangerous cultures you can be into while you're in music,
Yeah.
because it takes away.
Yeah, Dipset. Now Dipset, they was in the fashion heavy.
Yeah, but they can never get no clothes out.
That's true.
I mean, so what I'm trying to say.
You're right.
I'm looking at all these things, bro.
I seen more people wear Rockaware and Sean John than anything.
And these are companies who I told people in the beginning I was privy to know that Sean John was backed by the Chinese mafia. Rockefeller was backed by the Russian mafia. Sergio Tacchini had Shady Limited, Snoop Dogg stuff, and no limit, Baby and them stuff when they came out with the Cash Money jeans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But these are, again, I tell people maybe you just pay attention. You feel me? Jay-Z, Damon Dash hooked up Jay went up with the Russians.
Yeah.
Then when I said it, people were like, Miles think you know everything. Then Russell Simmons did his thing like, yeah, when I hooked Dame up with the Russians in the fashion business. Everybody was like,
Yep.
calling me like, dog, how did you know? I said, man, I listen, I pay attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? Benny said, me and Dame drinking distilled vodka, fucking with the Russians, drinking distilled vodka.
Yep, that's all they drink. You ain't never heard no Russians drinking cognac.
No.
So, yeah.
Because guess what? People got to understand potatoes, vodka is made from potatoes.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
And potatoes, if you know Russians, they love potatoes.
Love them.
So we got. I read a lot and I pay attention. So that's what you have. And I'm sorry, Todd.
No, you good. But no, people need to hear this.
Yeah.
But no, I was just getting ready to ask y'all, since we all kind of can agree that something's gonna come from this ongoing beef, do y'all think it's gonna be successful as far as the film industry is concerned?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Well, hold on, watch this. What was the biggest drug episodic in the past 5 years?
Besides Power, what was my man's name? It was something else right along with it.
Queen of the South.
Yes.
I'm just trying to
Queen of the South. I forgot about that, but
one
yes,
of the
I
biggest episodics ever.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other show though that was supposed to be based on a true story.
Tulsa.
No, not Tulsa.
Tulsa King, I mean.
No, my man's with the British accent, but he acted like he was from Cali.
Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin.
What's his name?
What was the name of the show?
I can't remember.
Snowfall.
There you go, Snowfall. That was another big drug show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was a great.
But it was a timing episodic.
Yeah.
So it was based in the early 80s.
Yeah. Yep.
And so
it ended horribly.
It ended horribly, but it ended like how most of them would end if somebody was to live through it.
Yeah.
Don't never get high off your own supply type of deal. Mm-hmm. And understand that just because you are friends, turn to brothers, don't mean you cannot turn to enemies.
Oh no, because everybody gonna have different views.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think I can't wait to see what's gonna happen from this. Yeah. I can't wait to see what's.
I hope that something positive comes from it. I really do, because I'm starting. I don't know, that 50's starting to look a little. It's looking like what T.I. was saying. Like, you're doing a lot of things with these. With white people, when it comes to black people, you love bashing them.
But here's the thing. Here's the problem with T.I. though.
To look like that.
And I understand that, but and I'm glad you said that, Mel, because you made me think about something. T.I. been sitting up here telling him you need to handle that situation with that white boy, but T.I. needs to handle his situation with Disney. It's a bunch of people. Paul Rudd could have backed him up after those allegations about him and Tiny went out there, about them sexually assaulting people. He could have backed him up and kept him on Ant-Man.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why aren't you, where's your diss record to Disney? Where's your issue with Disney?
He still need to get jobs. 50 don't. And that's the biggest difference. Anything, this is what I always tell people with me. I'm going to create my opportunities.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody to back my opportunities. And if they're going to back me, they're going to back me, but don't have control of me.
Got you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
The theory of life is own nothing, control everything. I keep trying to tell people, just think constantly. We got to keep thinking about it. Own nothing, control everything. Rockefeller, Henry Ford, all these people have done it successfully.
Yeah, they have.
Where everybody thinks such and such, when we hear people, you're tired, if I was to buy a company from you and you want $4 million, you know how much I really need to give you off the rip? Well, 1 to 2%.
Yeah, you don't have to give me the whole $4 million right at the back. Yeah,
right. That ain't how it goes.
Yeah,
and or whatever you renegotiate. Not all negotiations go the same.
Yeah,
but I was privileged enough to buy a company before, and all I had to give them was 1 to 3%.
Got you.
So when you think about it, you be like, huh? Yeah. When people say they inquired.
Yeah, people need to know that. Yeah,
that's definitely something that I think 50. Like, we have the blueprint, like you said. J.D. Rockefeller put down a blueprint a long time ago. We know what we need to do. 50 don't. I just don't. I hate to see that we have to link up with certain groups of people in order to not all take off. And even if we do, we have to do that. But you don't have to put other people down in order to do that. So it's starting to look bad. With 50's commercial, did y'all see the commercial with
Super Bowl?
DoorDash? What? Yeah, I don't know. Was it DoorDash?
It was DoorDash.
He did a DoorDash commercial and he took a shot at Diddy. Like, why? This is a national commercial. Like, why would you even, like, you don't have to. Now you just, I don't know. It looks weird. And I hope it changes.
Even with the 50 thing, I still think it's a relationship.
Yeah.
Because not one person, not 50 group, not Puffy group, nobody came at 50 with a lawsuit.
Nope.
I think they play 50 as a safe piece to bring this to the forefront to keep things relevant. 50 released something when he was talking to Drink Champs, and he said, I mean, a lot of people just need me because I keep them relevant. I keep them relevant.
Right.
And I listened very, very, very well. And when he said that, I'm like, damn, how many people do we keep relevant? And why do we have to keep people relevant?
Right.
You know
why is he doing it is the more important question.
It's the theory of Steve Stout. Again, control nothing and own everything. I mean,
Own nothing, control everything.
Steve Stout owned every damn near partnership you can name that's been in hip hop since Nas and Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
They got the number one marketing company in the world called Translations. If y'all go to Translations or Google Translations LLC, Jay-Z and him got the main marketing firm in the world.
Yeah.
They the ones who bought the Black Keisha and State Farm to a Chinese household.
Wow. That's crazy.
I mean, but these are the things we have to think about.
Yeah.
And everybody be thinking about, no, it's this. I'm like, okay. I'd be like, you want to put a little wager on it?
Yeah, right.
Because I pay attention. Every black superstar that ever came out for the past 20 years been part of their consortium.
I just hope that, throughout this whole little, I guess you call it illusion, I hope T.I. ends up kind of like burying this beef a little bit or a lot before the album come out, because this is all it's doing is getting people revved up for the album, but his album shouldn't be surrounded by beef.
No.
I do believe that he need to do something else or stop talking about 50 while he's doing his promo for the album, because the song is dope. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing I'm about to keep listening to, because I like T.I. when he's getting more in depth. I know he can make a song. I was listening to T.I. before it was popular to listen to him. So I would rather hear, like for real T.I., like, the ones that can make the songs with Rihanna or Justin Timberlake. Like I like hearing him rap like that. You know what I'm saying? Over just something dope from Pharrell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me personally, I think me and my homie talked about this. Pharrell, I listened to that song that he got out right now. Pharrell really is missing Chad.
Oh, most definitely.
He needs Chad.
Well, I think that's completely over.
Yeah, it's over because lawyers got involved. So anytime lawyers get involved, it's a wrap.
But from my standpoint on reading about it, by me being a producer, I'm gonna focus more on Chad Point.
Yeah.
I mean, he has some very valid super points.
What stuck out to you the most?
That he was not willing to give him his credit nor shares of the work that they did together.
I'm with him on that.
That's crazy.
Why would I do that? You might be the face of the Neptunes, but nigga, we're the Neptunes.
Right.
Yeah.
You Nep and I'm Tune.
Right.
So when you think about it, I mean, from the standpoint and me understanding and knowing more about the music business by being messed over, I'm definitely gonna be on Chad's side.
Yeah.
There had to be some real live videotapes or audio tapes that comes out.
Yeah.
That's gonna make me sway. And the only way I see this things going wrong between T.I. and 50 is if blood is shed.
Yeah.
When blood start getting shed and people start getting beat up in the middle of the streets, it went too far.
That's not going.
And it's not going to end properly.
That's why him and Ja Rule can't get it together.
And
they never will. Their blood was shed.
Yeah. Blood was definitely shed, and plus I think Ja Rule is a sucker.
And they put out, plus Ja Rule did put out a book talking about the whole issue and how they fought and how he actually won the fight between 50 and all you got to do.
I don't think 50 can fight.
You said you don't think he can fight?
I think he's just muscles.
Hey, that could be a thing.
I mean, because muscles will keep people to thinking
that you can fight. I understand that. And it's slow.
And they make you shoot first.
Yeah.
I think that's why he probably even. But I heard 50 is a beast, but I ain't hear he is a monster.
I know he could box.
Well,
but boxing and street fighting is two different things.
That's how Mike Tyson win, because Mike Tyson broad.
Yeah.
Mike wasn't a boxer. He learned the technique of boxing just to pulverize his opponent. Like that little switch he be doing.
Yeah.
Oh man, let somebody be doing boxing, fighting like that in the street. Man, he
might get their ass whooped.
You might not get his ass whooped because that's a defensive stuff. But if he could punch the way he punched,
yeah,
he'd kill somebody, man.
Nah, yeah, definitely, he would kill somebody. That's why you get locked up for stuff like that. You got your hands licensed. It's over.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I never thought Tommy Hearns could box until I seen him train before.
Mm-hmm.
Once I seen him train, that's training, right? I said, oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to get hit by him.
Yeah.
I seen him knock somebody with pads on across the ring. I was straight. I was totally convinced. And he was older boxer then.
Right.
This is 90s. not the 80s, 90s. And I said, oh, yeah. I told him, man, Stewart, I was like, I see why he the king. He the King Cobra, for real.
Mm-hmm.
He's Detroit King, for real. But that's what's up.
Before we get out of here, who acts better to y'all?
Then who?
T.I. and 50. They both been in movies.
50.
Think 50?
Yeah,
50.
I give 50 that.
Because 50 was willing. That's what I like about 50. Period. He's willing to go there so he can know there.
Yeah.
He's willing to go through the experience so when it's his turn, he can control it.
Yeah.
T.I. best performance to me was American Gangster.
Yeah.
I think T.I. got some range though. I'm not gonna say he got range.
He don't got no range.
He
He
went
ain't gonna lose 110 pounds to do a.
He don't need to lose my
Yeah,
much.
he can't afford. Yeah, he only
What I'm
110
saying,
pounds.
I get it. If he come down to it,
when
yeah.
50 did what he did that because he understood what the greats did.
Yeah.
You feel me? T.I. just had a chance to be in a movie with some of the greats.
That's true.
And it's a different story. You know, 50.
Yeah, I think 50.
Yeah, 50 definitely a better actor. I don't like when he do street stuff. When he do street stuff,
That don't show no range for real. Yeah, I get that. I think that T.I. does have range. The only thing that I think can get into, kind of get him into in a bold predicament is his accent.
I'm about to say his accent.
Yeah, if he could cut off his accent like these British people be doing, he golden. He golden. But other than that, I think T.I. he could, if he gets more opportunities, because I see how this situation with Tiny, even though they beat the case, I can see how that nipped a lot of stuff in the bud. I mean, he got kicked off of Ant-Man, which is one of the biggest shows.
Yeah.
that was, or not shows, but movies to come out.
But it was the most lowest budget too.
It was the lowest budget.
Yeah, for a Marvel movie.
But he was getting paid more, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But again, I always just look at the narrative.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody like, I'm being Ant-Man or you gonna be in Black Panther. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
You know what I mean? I want to be in America, Captain America, or I want to be in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
It's just so much there's levels to all this, and I just look at things like, just because I'm getting kicked off of Ant-Man, at least I'm on the map or the search view for Marvel.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah, but his accent or his twang, I believe, does have a lot to do with it. But sometimes he talk with no accent, like he don't have, until he want to lean back, man, and put his head on. He don't be sounding nothing like that. You know what I mean?
I've listened to his podcast before. He don't always have an accent.
It only come out when he has challenged. Again, 50 been challenged all the way from the very beginning.
Yeah, and I get the chip on the shoulder. I just feel like,
and there's more people who challenge them.
Yeah,
I mean, more big people challenge them. So when you say you got bigger fish to fry, I can see that.
Yeah, he definitely does. I just wish it didn't have to come out like this, like I said. But I do hope something good come from all of this. I hope it doesn't come to any blood being spilled, because that's not going to be no good for us in general.
Right.
So I do believe that if we get past this part, T.I. drops his album, which I don't believe is going to be his last album, but. I just hope it's good, and I hope they able to move on and actually work together like they were before. So long as it makes sense, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to hear a song with T.I. and 50? No. I don't think they sound good together. However, I would like to see them work together as far as TV is concerned.
I think with the right producer, they sound good together.
50 got to be on the hook. He can't. 50 got to be on the hook.
And they got to be coachable. I think Hit Boy will make Hit Boy has lived through a genre of hip hop with some heavy hitters for a long time.
Yeah.
Or who did the Jay-Z R. Kelly album?
I forgot who produced that album, but that was a good album, though.
Dope ass album, both of them.
Yeah.
Where is Some Boys? Anyway, I think them or either Hit Boy would definitely make a good song for them too.
Yeah. I think 50 would just have to be on the hook. Like the stuff lately when 50 dropped verses, they haven't really been doing nothing.
50 have never been good to me.
Yeah, like he wasn't really great to begin with. He just knew how to make good songs. I never listened to 50 for lyrics.
Never.
So yeah, I never listened when I was listening to G Unit, I listened to Banks for lyrics.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? Banks, he had the bars. Buck, right behind Banks to me. And then who else was it? Then Game came afterwards, but he wasn't really a part of.
You only mentioned Tony Yayo, huh?
For what? Tony Yayo is a personality. That's it. He's a great personality. Rapping, I don't want to hear him.
He's
funny though.
He sold 800,000.
Look who he was associated with. He better have.
But he couldn't even tour.
I know, right, because he was on the run.
Jail.
He was on jail. No, one part he was in jail. The rest of it, he was on the run.
Right.
So, yeah, man. But no, I don't want to hear Tony Yayo, man.
I don't either.
Yeah, he's funny, though.
I like Young Buck out of all of them. Well, Game, then Young Buck.
Yeah, musically. Bars-wise, Banks.
Lyrically,
Banks.
I don't know. I couldn't. Lloyd Banks sound like he's whispering and yelling at the same time. So I never could get into him at all. I just look at the fact that he was a great personality to be the young bull of G Unit.
50 had a good group though. I can't say the same for T.I. Only person I like that came from under T.I. was Dro. Dro can spit, bro.
Man.
Dro.
I don't know how to lean things, but I don't know how to dance though. When he said that, I was like, I get him.
Yeah, I like
shoulder
Dro.
lean. When he introduced him, shoulder lean, I was like, he killed that.
Yeah,
bro.
he did.
Matter of fact, he had just listen. My homegirl Dodie Johnson's son was the A&R for Grand Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
He came here. He came with Dro. They had just done the record maybe about a week before they even mastered or whatever. I'm listening to this record, and the nigga came out with that voice. I was like,
yeah.
Oh boy, dope. And he said, we can shoulder lean, but I don't know how to dance, dope.
Yeah.
I was like, he gonna be dope.
Yeah, I'm mad that he had to struggle through his addiction because Dro could have been blew up, bro. Like for real.
Yeah.
Dro can rap, not just make a hit rap.
And
like
he wrote a lot of stuff for different people.
Yeah, I know he did. I know he did. Somebody that dope had to write for other people. Like who else? Another person from Atlanta, and we're gonna talk about him, and like in the more probably after his music drop. Saha the Prince is probably one of the best rappers out of Atlanta.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh God, Miles, bro.
He's a ghostwriter, more ghostwriter than anything. But he
has an album called No Dope on Sundays. I'm telling you, Miles,
Chick-fil-A.
It's a classic.
Right.
It's a classic. He's one of the best rappers out of Atlanta. Like for real. Like when he dropped more music, I'm gonna send you one of his songs that he just did. He talked about the downfall of good music recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send it to you. Just listen to it. Listen how he tell a story. Dude is great.
I like Damani on telling stories the way he playing.
Yeah.
I like Damani. I think I want to hear what you got to say. Let me hear. Then I want to hear if Damani did the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Like talk about like if it was his grandparents. I think it would be dope.
Okay.
But go ahead.
But the song is basically the downfall of good music because he came from up under Kanye. So when Kanye had Big Sean,
good music.
Yeah. When Kanye had Pusha T, Big Sean, what's that boy named Kid Cudi, Saha was a part of that.
And none of them had good things to say about good music except for it gave them a good chance. That's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, none of them have nothing good to say about good music.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that Kanye don't got nothing good to say about them.
Right.
However, he was the one to pick them. And
he didn't pick Big Sean. Somebody basically told him he had to pick up Big Sean, otherwise he wasn't gonna get the deal he was looking for.
Oh, well, I heard different, but hey, I like to compare stories and hear them because I remember when Kanye and had just announced that he's picking up a Detroiter. Mm-hmm. When he was at the radio station, it was 105.9 then.
Yeah. And
he had mentioned, he said, I'm signing one of your own homeboys. And to come to find out, it's crazy, that Lamborghini Mercy, my childhood friend's son wrote that hook. He been saying that hook since he's about 8 years old.
Wow.
I got to get them on the phone. I want to try to get him on the show, but he got a Grammy for that.
Wow.
I mean, because it's crazy. Like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know Detroit history.
Detroit is crazy,
so deep.
man.
Most people don't know, bro. I swear.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Because you thinking about this, listen. I forgot the white boy name who put I'm Getting Love Like Skilla Baby. What's the name of that guy?
Oh, you talking about Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow said that hook, right? And it's the beginning of that hook. He's actually quoting a Detroit singer, Dale, Cadillac Dale, that sings "Soulful Moment."
Wow, I didn't
Soulful
even know
Moment.
that.
So most people, bro, I'm telling you, Detroit is so thick in this game, man. I've been around so many people that can't even imagine. Like, again, when I told people, the Dungeon family, the best person that was there was CeeLo. Outkast really came later. Outkast was the birth child out of Goody Mob, but the Dungeon family actually had the single, "You Got to Get Up and Get Up and Get Something."
Yeah.
That was their first single.
Yeah.
And I recorded CeeLo part in Atlanta at Sure Thing Records, right? Because the Coco Studios, which is LA Babyface, LA Reid and Babyface Studios, the Coco Studios, they was waiting for their flooring to come in, so their studio was cut off. It was piss poor planning. So they came over to our studio because we was the only studio basically fit to with the quality sound. We had the same board and everything. That's how I got to meet Babyface when he came over.
Got you.
And if people actually could back this up, because between Carl B, Jeff is a person who actually started making music. J-Dub, that's who J-Dub is. When Puffy was talking about J-Dub,
yeah,
he was from Detroit. And my man Crawford, who now produced stuff with Beyonce. So it's like being around these people, I started noticing like Detroit just getting played on.
Yeah.
We did do our music, don't mention we're from the D or nothing.
Yeah. I never even heard Aaliyah say she was from Detroit.
They trained her to do that.
Yeah.
But Leah used to record right there on South Mountain, Ohio.
I know.
You know, so at my God's studio. So it's so much stuff, man. Like when I used to help record with Anita Baker when she got her first album deal, Michael Powell. It's a lot of stuff. And so I be just trying to bring the real, that's all.
Yeah, and I get it, because you know what? What's funny is somebody asked T.I. like years ago, where's his favorite place to perform? Mm-hmm. He said Detroit. He said he threw some money out in the crowd. Somebody threw some money back at him. Yeah. Like you can't. It's just something about Detroit, man. You can't stun on us, man.
But we don't know how to dance, though. No, I'm joking.
But no, man. This has been a great show. Definitely been a great show. Another one. Episode 2, season 5, man, all about hip hop, man. Mel, thank you again, my brother Miles. Thank you.
No problem, bro.
This is a great show. Shout out to my producer. Shout out to Calvin, super producer. Man, we about to keep it going, man. Catch y'all next week. We are out of here, indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.